All right. What's up, YouTube? Matty Crisco back again. Another day in the saddle. Little video out and about, round and round town, Florida Panhandle. You know what it's called, LA, Lower Alabama. How y'all doing? Y'all feeling good? I'm feeling pretty good. Not too bad. It's still the winter time here, so it's, you can see cloudy, overcast bullshit. But it seems to be warming up some, so that's good. But had to go. I'm actually on the way back. I had to go and get my concealed carry weapons license renewed. And if you don't know, here in Florida, we have a concealed carry license, which is CCW, they call it, which it's not a concealed gun permit. It's actually a weapon, so you can actually carry concealed on your person, in or about your person, weapons. Personal safety is something that's very high on my priority, not to mention just for myself, but for loved ones that are with me, or friends that are with me at any given time. I refuse to be a victim, and if I do become a victim, it's going to be because it's not without a fight, or it's not going to be because there's not a fight. So anyways, you can go to your local tax collector's office and renew your license, or the Department of Agriculture. And I know that makes no sense, really, and I don't understand why either. But in Florida, it's not law enforcement or some sort of arresting type agency that handles the licensing. It's actually the Department of Agriculture and Licensing Bureau is the full name, I believe, that handles all of that. And that's where you go to get your license, or they do all the legwork. If you're a first-time license applicant, there are many outlets that you can take the original course, gun shows. There are a lot of private firearm dealers and instructors that give the course, but in the end, the applications, the fingerprints, the money, all of that good stuff, all of that goes to the Department of Agriculture in the state of Florida, and that's who handles giving you or not giving you a license. So I recently had to do that. Here you have to renew it every 7 years. And I'd actually let mine expire by a few weeks. October 15th was actually when it expired. So all that time in between, I was not legally able to carry a concealed firearm, or weapon rather. So anyway, I messed around and never did. I don't know why. I just kept putting it off, and money had to go to other things, and just life got in the way, I guess. But anyway, so I was actually surprised how painless it was for the most part. Hello, puppy. Look at the puppy. It's a puppy. I always wondered about like cold weather dogs here in Florida. How it's hot most of the time. But anyway, I was really surprised at how relatively painless the process was. Just, because it's the government. I figured it was going to be a big hassle. I mean, honestly, the biggest hassle with it was, a few things actually were not a hassle, but just a little bit of a, come on, get it together kind of thing. But it's the government, so what can you do? But a lot of it was like the application they mailed to you to renew. It was outdated as far as like the cost. And there's a section on there that tells you to get your you have to have passport photos made, and bring those in, and all that kind of, and that little bit of stuff, and actually the process has changed where if you go directly to the Department of Agriculture, they take your photo digitally. They don't do your fingerprints again, but they take it all digitally. You don't need the photos, so that was like $15 at the local Walgreens that I didn't need to spend, but nonetheless. And then the old price was I think $60 for the renewal, but as of July 1st of 16, they dropped it to $50, which is kind of cool because government entities never drop fees. They usually raise them. So because I was late, they tagged me for another $15 on the late fee, but so $65 I had to get my license. But other than just the application being kind of outdated and the directions being outdated, it wasn't bad. I pretty much walked in, and the only other setback was, and I forgot, I did know this, but the office doesn't take cash, but they'll take a personal check. But for whatever reason, anybody takes a check anymore, but they take a personal check or a money order, and I forgot to get the money order, and so that's on me. So then when I got there, I forgot, and had to run around a couple different places to get cash because my bank is not in the area over there. They don't have a branch in the town where I had to go. So that was the only other pain, but that was my fault because I could have got the money order before I left. But again, even if I had done that, the prices were wrong, so I would have wound up bringing another $10 too much, to be honest. So excuse me, I had a little loogie there. So I mean, it would have been different. I haven't been back here in forever, like 10 years. But so that was just a little bit of a hassle having to do that, but it wasn't very busy. I came back with the money order, they processed it, and I mean, I was in and out with my license in hand. I mean, it might have took actually maybe 30 minutes in the actual office, not counting the running around getting the money order thing, but it was relatively painless. I will say that if you're in Florida and you are going to renew, like I said, you can do it at your tax collector's office, but I think you have to set up an appointment, and I know it does cost you like another $12 or $15 for them to do it. But the drawback to that is, other than paying the extra money, that's a nice neighborhood. I haven't been back here forever. The drawback to that, besides paying the extra money, is the fact that you don't leave with your license that day right then. They still do basically the same thing you would have to do, and that's send it off. Send it off, and you have the wait time like everyone else, which I don't really get, but why do it? So I just loaded up the bike and took the hour ride to the nearest Department of Agriculture substation, I guess it is, or processing, and then went about my way. But like I said, it was pretty painless. But the good thing about going to an actual agriculture office is you leave the same day with the new license. There's no paperwork beyond that. There's no waiting for it. You have it in hand when you walk out the door. So that's good. You don't get that at the tax collector's office. So that's one reason I didn't do it locally. And then the fact that it, had to make an appointment, and I was already late on it, and all that, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, now I'm perfectly legal to carry, and which I do pretty much every day of some sort of personal protection item. And I know if you're anti-gun, or and the whole thing, I know maybe you don't understand it. Well, I don't know. Fuck you. It's my right to protect myself and my family, because believe me, you can't carry a cop around in your pocket, and you certainly don't want to wait It's kind of like that old meme or Mimi or whatever the fuck those Facebook things are called, you know. You'll be waiting. How's that thing go? Oh, hell, I'm not even sure how it goes. You may not believe in guns, and you may not believe in God, but you'll be praying to God and wishing for a gun when it happens. But all of you who are anti-gun, don't worry. If we find ourselves in a shootout situation with a, you know, mass murderer or somebody invading the school, I'll still protect you. I will discriminate against those of you that don't believe in guns. I'll probably be your new best friend if we make it out. But like I said, I'm not a gun nut. I don't own lots and lots of guns. You know, I own a few that I bought myself. Most of the guns I own were, you know, willed to me when my father died a few years ago. And those are mostly long guns, few pistols, but you know, I'm not a gun nut, and I don't know a lot of, you know, I don't know how to break them all down in the parts, and I don't know them by heart and can't put them together blindfolded and all that shit. But I do believe in protecting yourself and your family and loved ones, and I believe in the right to do that. If you choose not to do that, more power to you. That is certainly America and your choice. It doesn't bother me, but I'll make sure that if we ever come under a situation where we need to take care of you, I'll lump you into my group of protectants. But anyway, that's all the knowledge I got to drop on you today. Just another look into what's going on in my life. And as usual, keep the rubber side down, shiny side up, knees in the breeze, keep those knuckles in the wind, and we'll see you on the next go round. Peace.